What's going on, y'all? So if you watched the two little clips that I put up last night, I had broke down. You know, since I've been at this company, my luck with trucks really has not been the best. Now, this particular truck that I'm assigned to, I like it because it's set higher than most of the other trucks that we have. That's why I like it so much. And plus, it doesn't have all those features. But I think it's time that I reassign to something else because it's just nothing but trouble. So let's talk about what happened last night. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm still in shock. I'm thankful that because I really thought that I was gonna run off that road into that ditch, and God knows what else would have happened after that. So I was in the middle lane. I was traveling about 67, 68 miles an hour. Right as I'm about to try to get back over, I put my signal on. Just out of nowhere, my steering wheel had completely locked up on me. Kind of like how when you get into your car and you know how it's locked until you put the key in the ignition, turn the car on. That's basically what happened with the truck. It completely locked. But that was like the least of my worries because I looked up ahead and I knew it was a curve coming up. And with that curve, it's a ditch. And being that it had rained off and on yesterday and it was still a little wet out, I knew that there was probably going to be water now. Even though it was dark, I couldn't see, but I knew that there was probably going to be some water in there. So I honestly thought that I was going to end up in there because I couldn't turn the wheel, so I'm thinking in my head, like, am I just going to stop it in the road on the interstate? I was slowing down, I slowed down. And since I couldn't turn, basically, it just went straight. I was able to get into the right lane, slow down. And at this point, I'm just thinking, like, am I just going to take it in the grass and just hope for the best or what? Now, I was able to just force it. I just grabbed it real hard, just forced it. That way I could like keep it somewhat straight, on the rumble strips. Now, I did have some of it in the grass, but I got most of it, still on the road. Now, I know it would not have been ideal to have my truck just sitting on the interstate. It's not ideal, but again, I couldn't turn the wheel at all. But in the end, I was able to get it to the shoulder. And I'm just thinking, like, what the hell just happened? Now, I got out. I looked at my tires. I said, maybe something got caught up in there, but I don't remember running over anything. So I popped the hood. Well, first I put up my triangles. I called my meat guy as I have the hood open, letting him know I'm broke down. You need to get with Central, see what they want you to do. So I'm looking, I knew my fluids were good. And at this point, I'm on the phone now with Central Breakdown. They're asking me all these questions. I said, I'm good on my fluids. I'm checking my hoses. My belts are good. By the way, I did read y'all comments on those two little clips. My fluids were good. None of my belts seemed to have been broken. I checked everything. My U-bolts, U-joints, those looked fine. My wheel seals, were fine. So I'm really not sure what could have caused it. And maybe somebody on here that has more experience than me, maybe you might know what caused it because I still have no idea. The tow man, he didn't know. By the way, they when they called me, Central called, luckily I was near a terminal. It's a small terminal. It's not 24 hours like my terminal. So they're like, we're going to have to tow you to that terminal. They're going to have a truck up there that you could take. And then the plan is for you to continue your run. Now, I had told Central, I'm like, listen, I'm not going to have enough hours to make it there and back. And I didn't want to have to lay over. But they was like, okay, so what we're going to have you do instead is just get in that truck that they have ready for you and then just head back to Tampa to your terminal. Now, of course, I was thankful to be alive, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm about to lose a lot of miles tonight. So I was like, do you guys have any other freight that I can take south? Because, from Ocala, there's a few more terminals south that I could have went to. But being that it was so early in the night still, it was maybe midnight, 1 a.m. all the other drivers, that come from like Georgia, Alabama, they wouldn't have been in Ocala yet. So it's too early. So like, we don't have anything. So just take the set. By the way, I had Dallas freight there. Just take it back to Tampa, and then we'll arrange maybe a team or somebody to come get it. But they end up calling me again 5 minutes later. It's like, you know what? If you want to make some extra miles, just take the set to Orlando. Now, Orlando is another big terminal, just like my terminal. They have a lot of teams out of there, but I imagine they probably gave it to a team or to one of the day guys to take it up there. So I was like, all right. So I call Orlando, I let them know that, hey, I'm coming, I'll be through there about hour and a half or so. Do y'all have freight? Of course, they say, we'll see, because it was still early, So I fast forward, I make it to Orlando, and they just say, we don't have anything, just take some empties. So I took empties and I made it back. Now, when I got back to my terminal, the shop guys, they're like, where's the truck? I said, it locked up on me. I think they knew, I don't want to accuse them, but I think they knew something that I didn't know. And I'll just leave it at that. I think they knew something was up with it that I didn't know. But I think it's time that I get rid of that truck, because it's a good truck when it's not broke down, but I don't know. But I'm not trying to be extra, y'all, but I really thought I was going to go off that road. I mean, if you saw the clip, you saw that curve, I really thought I was going to end up going off of that and into that ditch. But just another day of trucking, y'all. Just another day in the trucking world. Now, hopefully I don't experience any more breakdowns, and definitely I hope I don't experience anything like this, because now I'm going to have that thought in the back of my mind, like, is my wheel going to lock up? And I thank God that it happened when it did, because once I get on like Interstate 10, it's real hilly and curvy in some areas. So if I would have locked up there, I probably wouldn't be making this video right now. So point of this video, guys, is expect the unexpected. If you're somebody that doesn't do pre-trips, guys, if you don't take anything I say from this video, make sure you're doing your pre-trips, checking everything under that hood, checking your tires, checking everything, y'all. As I always tell y'all, thank you to all my day one subscribers, thank you to all my new subscribers. Appreciate all you guys. Make sure you hit that like button, share the video, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.